Okay.
There we go.
Okay, we are live. Okay, hey everybody. It's Eileen with O'Reilly Property Group, and I'm doing a little Facebook Live today
Yep.
with my friend and coach, Nick Krem. He's going to give you an inside look at what's working for agents who are scaling their business using social media, video, and a smartphone. So here we go. Welcome, Nick.
What's going on, Eileen? Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here with you.
Thanks.
Yep. Woo woo.
So tell us a little bit about you
Yeah.
and how you
So,
got started.
it's funny. I got started in real estate doing the one thing that most agents hate doing, which is getting on the phone. And I was on the phone for 15 hours a day. I was calling 8 a.m. on the East Coast to 8 p.m. on the West Coast. I was coming up with different accents as I called, because if you call in the South, you got to do a little Southern twang. Call over on the West Coast, So I got to learn. Number one, I got to learn the real estate industry, I believe, very fast. Because if you name a value proposition, I pitched it. If you name a CRM, I was in the back end of it. You name a marketing strategy, I learned it. So I was really indoctrinated by fire really quick. What that allowed me to do is really figure out what strategies are working for agents, how to get in front of more people. And that's allowed me till now. I started my own company 3 years ago. We've got into all 50 states, 12 countries, and we continue to grow all through using organic video and organic content. So I took the best strategies that I learned from top agents all across the country, utilize it to not only help myself build my company. The only way I've been able to build it so fast is because we've been able to make video and content simple for agents.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So what can you tell agents out there that aren't tech savvy how to get started with video?
Man, I'll tell you what. Tech savvy, I feel like that's what happens is I've seen this happen so many times because it's happened to me too. I go to a conference because, we here as real estate agents, we want to be virtual. We want to be hip. We want to make sure that we're giving people the information that they want in a way they want to get it, which is usually social media and video, right? So we go to these conferences. They overload us with all this information about what time to post, buy these 10 different tools just to get started. Go out there and you got to get this camera. You need to make your video perfect and da-da-da-da-da. And it ends up making it more confusing. And what happens is we go to conferences, and a lot of times too, we're listening to people who like tech is like their secondhand language. Using technology, using social media. They're more social media people than they are realtors, if they even are in real estate. So we're learning this backwards. We're trying to figure this out as if this was our only job. When in reality, Eileen, you're out here to help as many families as you can get into homes, whether it's buying or selling a home. That's your job. It's not learning the back end coding and everything of Facebook. So what I decided to do is, like, when it comes down to the tech, what I would tell new agents is stop listening to these gurus out here. Stop worrying about all these different techs to do. What you need is a simple video strategy that helps you stay in front of your audience. Stop worrying about what time you post. Stop worrying about what tech to use. Utilize a simple video strategy that keeps your face on the camera and ultimately adds value to your clients. Because at the end of the day, what we need to do with social media is utilize this as a CRM, which is what it really is, and just stay in front of our clients by adding value. Anything else is a shiny object, and I bet anybody to come on here and tell me otherwise. Everything else out there is a shiny object. Our only job as real estate agents is to help more families make the process as easy as possible. So with video, stop thinking about how difficult you can make it. Turn on the camera, click that red button just like you did here. Let's go live and add more value to the community.
Yeah, that's very true. I've been to those conferences.
Yeah. And what happens? You leave more confused than when you walked in the door.
Yeah, a lot of people think you have to have a lot of equipment in order to make good video, and really it's not about that.
It's not, because at the end of the day, I don't believe in, if anyone can hop on here and prove me wrong, I dare you. But I don't think any client has ever picked you because you had the best video equipment. They believed in what you were saying. It was what you said. It's not the fact that the camera was 10K quality and they're like tuning in. It's like, man, I believe in Eileen. She's authentic. She knows what she's talking about, and she knows what she's doing. That's why people pick us.
Yeah, that's very true. So, all right, if you're new or getting involved in this for the first time, what are some simple tools and that we could use?
Right, just to kind of get started. So I'll tell you what, the tool that you're utilizing here, Eileen, is StreamYard. It's one of the best tools you can use because it's super simple and it's efficient. It allows you to stream to multiple platforms at once. But even more importantly, too, this interview process, that is the best videos to shoot for a couple reasons. Number one, Eileen tags me in this. Guess what? She gets my entire audience too, right? But on top of that as well, we get to leverage members of our community, whether it's the real estate community or people around us, school district reps. There are so many different ways that we can do video if we just think outside of the box, right? A lot of times too, it's understanding what our audience is really coming here for. Our audience isn't coming to Facebook to learn the 3 reasons to sell your home faster, right? I don't think anybody says, man, I'm going to go on Facebook today to learn how to sell my home faster. If that happens, again, come on here and tell me I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong. But, people go to Facebook in these places because they're lazy and bored. It's normally why people come on these platforms, right? Like if I'm at the best sporting events I've ever seen in my life, besides maybe taking a story of like, hey, I'm here, I'm not scrolling through Facebook looking at people's posts when I'm at this exciting event. People come here, when they want to be entertained. And these interview formats constantly bringing on new people, educating the people, bringing on value. And I'm constantly thinking, who's Eileen going to interview next, right? So especially for new agents, one of the best things for new agents is to leverage the teams they're with, the great partners they have, and other people in the real estate community. Because chances are, if you're just getting started, you're not the most fluent in real estate. So if you bring on an expert, you can ask 4 questions, and then you look like the expert, right? So instead of trying to come on here, and for me personally, if I came on here and told you how to sell 100 homes, I couldn't do that. I could tell you how to get in front of 100 people to sell homes. But me personally, there are certain things that I would bring other people on for, right? If I want to tell you how to sell a home fast, I'll go to Eileen, or this way, Eileen, right? I would bring Eileen on and talk about that process. But it's just really understanding, man, at a new agent, leverage other people for video. Don't try and be an expert. Don't try and read an entire script and sound inauthentic. Bring somebody else on, make it easier on you, and do this interview style.
Yeah, I kind of like more of the guerrilla marketing. It's a little bit rough.
Yeah,
I think you get more views that way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So what could you tell new agents then about starting with video? What's the most important thing?
The most important thing is just doing it. Just get in front of the effing camera, right? The most difficult part about starting is starting. I remember when I first started doing video, I would have this 3-2 buzz cut. I had it for 25 years of my life. Straight up, it's a buzz cut, but I would tell myself, man, I'm having a bad hair day. And it was literally impossible for me to have a bad hair day. You couldn't even see my hair, right? But that was like one of those limiting beliefs that I would continue to tell myself. So, the longer it takes for you to get in front of the camera is just the longer it takes for your business to really blow up. So at the end of the day, the way I look at it is like sometimes I need the carrot, sometimes I need the stick. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I can make more money shooting video. But then I also think if I don't shoot video, what families out there could I have helped that are now getting helped, that are now maybe not getting helped by another agent? I always like to think worst case scenario. I like to think if I don't shoot this video, that other person is going to end up with the worst agent they could possibly get. I can't do that. I am doing a disservice to my community by not shooting video because I know, and again, this is for the good agents out there, right? The good agents who have the great heart, who want to help people. I know for a fact if Eileen gets on camera, she'll get in front of more people. She'll be able to help more families because I know Eileen's a helper. I know you're going to get out there and help a lot of families. So I like to think if I don't do that, they're going to end up with the worst agent ever. And I can't do that to them. So sometimes, yeah, we can make more money shooting video. But I also like to think, man, if I don't do this, there are families out there I could have helped that are not getting the right help right now.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
So how do you convert your audience into clients?
That's a great question. Was that one of the questions that came in?
No, that was one I came out.
Oh, I like it, Eileen. I like it. So there's a couple different ways to do it. The first, and I think most important, is also letting people know. We got to let them know what we do. I know it sounds simple, but there's this thing that, we have to let people know exactly what we do, what we can do for them, and also how to reach out. I think those are the 3 most important things that they have to know what we do. They have to know what makes us different, and they have to know how to get a hold of us. Because again, if people come to social media, because, we're a little lazy and we just want to entertain ourselves, I am not going to take more action and have to find information. if I don't have to. I'll be like, I want to contact Eileen, but I don't know where to go. So I'm going to keep scrolling. We got to make it so easy for people to get a hold of us is at a click of a button, right? So for me, the best way we always convert is making it to be able to convert someone for us. You click a button and that's how easy it is.
Okay. So you just set that up. So click here, some way to get a hold of you.
Yeah, click the link below to go to my website. Hey, follow here. Here's my number. I'll drop it in the comments. Here's my email. Drop it in the comments. I usually like to use the click a link because it's at a click of a button and it takes them to a page. They fill out a form and then we get their information and we can help them. I always like making things at a click of a button because we have to think we're competing against the Amazons out there, whether we like it or not. We're not just competing against other real estate agents. The online consumer has learned that everything has to be at a click of a button. And if it's not, I'll spend a half hour looking for an easy place to use rather than 15 minutes trying to figure out a confusing form, right? Everybody's favorite arrow is the back arrow. Everybody's favorite button is the back arrow, right? Oh, it's too hard to use, back. Oh, I can't find this information, back. I'll find somewhere that's easier. That's what we've been trained to do. So real estate, it's the same thing. We got to be at a click of a button.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that about Amazon and how we're conditioned because I see real estate going that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so then how can you scale your real estate business using social media, video, and your smartphone?
Great question. So, when we talk about scaling, what happens with scaling and when we really want to get in front of as many people, it's really thinking about what are we really doing with video? What is the true effect that it's having? And I'll tell you what it is. It's getting in front of it. It's what we call it is one to many, right? When we're on social media, Eileen, we're getting in front of a lot of people right now. This is not just me and you in front of one or two people. We're getting in front of a lot of people, all of your friends. And when you tag me, it's going to be all of my friends. So when we talk about scaling, it's really looking at this. How can I shoot a video and get in front of as many people as possible? Great. StreamYard allows me to get on multiple platforms at once. But then it's also taking this video, and what we always tell is send this video out to your past clients, current clients, leads, and nurtures. Why? Because people want content that's specific to their area. I can't tell you how many times we sent a NAR article and it's talking about real estate across the nation. We get comments back like, but what about the market near me? So if I send an article and it includes stats in Ohio, Eileen, your audience is gonna be like, I don't care about Ohio's market. Like what about my market? So making sure that the tips and everything we do in are market specific, that's why it's important for you to get on here, right? So if you don't get on here, you can't, I dare you to find an article that's specific to Eileen O'Reilly's market that can tell you exactly the knowledge that you have. Because I bet that you're an expert rather than some guy who's off, who knows where, clickety-clacking an article about the basic California market, right? I know you have more knowledge than them. So it's our duty and obligation to share that knowledge on video, send it out to all of our clients, and keep them informed. If we are the ones giving our clients and our potential clients the information, who are they going to reach out to when it comes to figuring out more about real estate? They're going to reach out to us. So that's why I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things that you could do is take all these videos you shoot and make sure that these go into your custom drip campaigns. And then also follow up with them. Hey, I just sent you a video about the market. Did you get it? Okay, no, you didn't get it. Here's what we talked about in the market. It's a great time to buy or sell right now. I know you were looking in the market before. Has that changed? It hasn't. So now this gives you a reason to reach out. And on top of that too, the information has to come from us. If it doesn't, then we're leaving it in the hands of somebody else. And I always like to put it this way. If I send someone an article about real estate and it talks about the market absorption rate, most people don't know what that is. Heck, sometimes when I'm going through some articles in real estate, I have to be like, I had to Google a couple words in there too. I'm like, what are they talking about in here? What we need to do is, if we are a true real estate expert, we have to give the information to our consumers in the easiest way possible, right? I'm not expecting my clients to know market absorption. Heck, I'm not expecting them to know even like what points are when it comes to mortgage. All I want them to know is if you have any questions, I'm going to make it as simple as possible for you. If you do that, your phone will be blowing up.
Yeah, that's great. I have one here that somebody sent me as a question. This is from Greta. She wanted to know what are some effective ways of marketing any out-of-the-box ideas that people have had and have used that and has worked really well. Worked
So
really well.
so I see she has another one in the comments here. We'll get to this one first. So it's out of the box ideas to shoot video. Is that what she's asking?
Yeah, out of the box ideas for video, like marketing.
So you're saying, okay, I guess, so it's asking for an idea to shoot a video or different ways to market the video. Because I see here she asked different ways for it to go viral other than tagging.
Right, right.
Okay, so yeah, so she's asking, tips to go viral other than tagging friends. Here is a great one. And I'll tell you what, this is where time and time again, Greta, local business giveaway. Give away a $50 or $100 gift card to one person who shares this video. So what you do is you get to highlight a great local business. And guess what? The only people who are going to share this video are people who live around this local business. But when I share a video and then Eileen shares the video, I'm like, hey guys, here's a $50 gift card to one person who shares this video. Or if it's an eatery, you want to make it for two. $100 gift card to one person who shares this video. And then Eileen shares the video. But then guess what? Eileen's friends who live in the area are going to share the video. And then the friend of Eileen's friends are going to share the video. Because guess what? Everybody likes a free gift card to a place that they love to go eat at, right? And then you continue to do that. And then here's the key line. Stay tuned for more giveaways. Why? Because I'm going to friend Eileen and wait for the next giveaway. And then, right? Because I'm like, what is Eileen going to do another giveaway? But that consistency of constantly giving away, it does a couple things. One, it's the law of reciprocity. If you keep giving, eventually people are like, man, this real estate agent, she going out there and they're getting in front of more people. They're getting in front of more people. They're giving back to the community. People like that. So number one, you're not only giving back to the community, which is great. You're going to show people that you care about the community. And on top of that too, you make a great connection with at least one person a month or once a week because you get to hand them a $100 gift card, right? So that gift card idea, it's a great way to go viral, like you're saying, because within a community, especially if it's a hot business, you get to tag the business, don't get me wrong, but it's those shares that continue to add up.
So you feel shares, that sort of stuff gives you a broader audience.
Yeah, because then if it's a gift card, it's going to inspire people to get the share. And then Eileen's friends are going to share it, and then their friends are going to share it. And then I'm dipping into audiences that I would never get into just by share tagging. Because if I get tagged, I just get your audience, Eileen. But now if one of your friends share it, now we get all of theirs. And then one of their friends share it, then you get all of theirs. And now you have a bunch of people friending you because now it's, man, I want to get the next giveaway too.
Yeah, or they like your content.
Exactly. Because then guess what? They share your content. Now they're waiting. They're watching all your videos, waiting for the giveaway. And they just so happen to see everything else you're doing as well.
Right. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you use in your business? Like you're talking about this, but what's a secret one that you do?
Oh, a secret one, Eileen. Oh, what's a trade secret? I'll tell you what. One of the most powerful things you can do for someone is send them a video message. And the most important thing in this video message is to say their name in it. Because when somebody knows you took the time out of your day to shoot a video just for them, man, I dare someone to tell me that they're not smitten when they get that, right? I remember the first time I got one. It was on my birthday about 3 or 4 years ago. One of the coaches I just started working with, I knew we were close, but he's like, hey, Nick, so excited to be able to work with you. I see you're doing great things. Man, I can tell you that was 3 or 4 years ago that I got that video message. If I sat down, I can remember exactly what he said. It was John Kitchens. He was going through. He said, happy birthday, Nick. And he went through the entire thing. And it just made me feel great that he took time out of his day to send me that message. If we do this with our clients, guess what? There are 5 other agents talking to them. I hate to tell you, you're not the only one, right? Usually they're talking like 3 or 4 agents, right? Mm-hmm. But if we're the only ones to take time out of our day to send them a video message, it shows that we actually care about them. They're not just another number. They're not just somebody that I'm calling because they came up as a lead or they're selling their home. Hey, Eileen, I'm just reaching out because I was just thinking about you. I want to see how you and your family are doing during this time. Go ahead and reach back when you get a chance. Send it to them. You are going to differentiate yourself from everybody else right off the bat. Those video messages are great for ourselves because I'll tell you what, I send video messages to my family too. Just asking, hey, I was just thinking about you. What's going on? And it's always the best response. Video messages are a secret. They're a secret that gets you in front of more people and differentiates you right off the bat.
That's a good one. I actually been doing a little bit of that lately.
Yeah.
I had a birthday
Yeah.
and someone sent me something, and I used a video text message to say thanks.
I love it. I
It was
love
nice.
it.
Cool. So tell us about, your new venture. I know that you've been picked up by somebody. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So which one are you talking? I got a couple things going on, Eileen. Which one are you referring to here?
I'm talking about your YouTube stuff that I'm seeing out there.
Yes. Okay. So what we're doing is we're taking our content, and one of the best things about video, and I learned this from one of my mentors that I'm working with now. He opened up. Before this, I called it like a video library. It's not a library. It's a freaking vault. Because what's in a vault? Usually gold, jewels, like all these riches. He opened up his vault of videos from the past 15 years of his career. And I was like, we can just repurpose all that. You don't have to shoot another video the rest of your life, right? Because when you shoot content like this, like what we're talking about here, 5-10 years from now, you can shoot video messages. They're still going to be relevant. You can interview people. It's still going to be relevant. You can take these videos and continue to repurpose them time and time and time again. So what we're doing with YouTube now is we're taking all the videos that we've had, we're repurposing them and just using some tags that are relevant to right now. And we're just churning out content like crazy. I think that's what you saw on YouTube. We're doing a couple videos a day at sometimes. And it's just taking videos that we've already created, continuing to make more and utilize our content as an asset. That's what I've really honed in on, is the fact that every video that we shoot is an asset to our business. It's not something that I shoot and then it's done. It's like, all right, well, that video's done. I got to go shoot the next one and the next one and the next one. Do I highly recommend it? Absolutely. But when you continue to shoot videos, then these are assets that you can use to scale your business, because then the videos do the work while I'm sleeping. If you guys are in my email campaigns, you probably know it because you might get 3 or 4 a day at sometimes. If you guys are on my YouTube channel, you're going to start knowing it because we're going to do 2-3 videos a day. So we're continuing to do that. And the only way we've been able to do that is because I've shot so many videos. I've been interviewed by great people like you, Eileen. So now we'll take this video and Eileen's going to start, you're going to start seeing your face on our YouTube channel because it's going to be purpose, right?
Yeah. Cool. So does anybody have any questions that they may have typed in?
Yeah, so I think we got to Greta. She typed it in here. Greta's was the one that I saw on here. And I believe, I don't know if were you able to cover that one. I think you had a couple questions over there as well, Eileen, from other people from before we started this.
Yeah, we did actually.
Did we go over that one yet?
I think we did go over a couple of those.
All right.
So let me just move to like tools.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing to use?
Our phones. You know, when we talk about the most important is our phones, because they are with us at all times. And I'll tell you what, why do I say that this is an absolute moneymaker and it's also an absolute relationship builder, is because, you know, I love when I go into some real estate groups. I won't name names because I could have named the names of these agents anyways. And I'm like, oh, I had to wait 30 minutes for this other person to show up. I'm so angry. I just had to sit here and wait. I'm like, why were you just sitting and waited? I'd have been like, great, you're 30 minutes late. Absolutely no problem. I would have brought out my phone, shot a video in the car talking about how I'm waiting for my clients. I'm so excited to show this home. Then I would have shot off 5 or 10 video messages to people. I would have called a couple people. And before you know it, I'd be asking them to wait a minute or two because I'm on the phone. And it's taking the time as real estate agents. And I believe it's one of my pet peeves. Oh, I'm busy. I'm so busy. I know the life of an agent. I've been working with you guys for so long. The one thing that I truly believe is that there's more time in a day than what we realize. That 5 minutes when we're waiting in a car, that could be 5 video messages that I just sent out. Those 2 minutes that you have in between your blocks, yeah, you can go get something to drink, but that's another video message I just sent out. You know, that 10 minutes that I'm waiting for a client, that's a video that I can shoot talking about how excited I am to show someone their dream home. So it's these things that are holding us back, this limiting belief that there's no time. I believe there's a lot more time if we know what we're doing with video. Before that, we might have thought like, man, I don't know what to do if I'm just sitting there waiting. What video can I do? Man, I'm so excited. I'm out here and da-da-da-da-da. I love this neighborhood. Here are 3 things that I love about the neighborhood. And then guess what? The people in the neighborhood will be like, yeah, I like that too. So it's utilizing that on different platforms to make sure, like utilize that. I'm sorry, I was reading platforms. But it's utilizing that time that we have in ways that we can continue to use video. So we do have another question here, Eileen. How do you feel about repurposing content? Or here, Yeah, to different platforms, Instagram versus TikTok versus Facebook versus LinkedIn. Oh, repurposing is the way to go. And the fact that different platforms, I mean, do they favor some different types of videos? Yeah, but you know what every platform favors as an algorithm? Consistency. Every platform, if you're more consistent, they're going to start favoring you. Because if you're consistent, that means you're going to keep adding value to their platform. And here's what all these platforms care about. One thing. If you keep people on my platform, I can run more ads and they can make more money. So if we're consistent, we are saying we're going to help keep more people on your platform. We're going to make more money. So they will reward consistency. So the more you can repurpose and the more you can just keep posting content. Sometimes my videos are made for Instagram. Sometimes they're made for YouTube. Sometimes they're made, and I'm putting that in air quotes if you're seeing this somewhere else, for Facebook, but they are always repurposed everywhere. Why? Because the consistency is what is always rewarded on these platforms. Great question, Matt.
Awesome. Well, I think I don't have any more questions out there.
So, Eileen, I got a question for you. If people want to work with you, where are they going, Eileen?
Well, you can go to my website, O'Reilly Property Group. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, under O'Reilly Property Group. You can call me, 415-793-7535. Call or text. Find me on YouTube. I'm all over.
Eileen Property Group. You heard it here first.
And what about you, Nick? Where can we find you?
NickKrem.com. You can find everything you guys need on there. We got free training for real estate agents. We got free branding classes. And on top of that, too, just a lot of free stuff you guys can get into. We got my podcast on there as well. NickKrem.com. That's where you can find anything that you need.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick, for taking the time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You always inspire me. So thanks so much.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, Eileen. I love coming on here. I love chatting with you. And we always dive into something new. You always have a question I'm not ready for, too. And I love that. I love the fact that you always challenge me with your questions.
Cool. Well, thanks so much.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. We're out.